Hello and welcome to Kiga. My name is Camila, and this podcast has everything to do with life force, energy, and the art of embodying the yogic path. My intention with Kiga is to help you remember who you really are underneath all the layers. We are connected to something so much grander and so much bigger than we can ever imagine. Okay, so something really interesting happened this morning. I go to my friends, and there's this little duckling, this cute little baby duckling, and it was just so chill and so adorable. And it had no mother, no brothers or sisters. I don't know, the guy who owned it just said that it was the only one out of 6 eggs to survive that he had that turned into this little duckling. And I was just so touched by its innocence and its cuteness. And my friend mentioned how the duck will even follow you around, like it thinks you're its mom. And so it will just follow you everywhere. And I thought this was so freaking cute and I don't know why I got emotional. I started crying. And as I'm trying to put words to it and explain why I was crying in front of my friend, it was the thought of, well, first feeling this sadness or sorrow for it not having a mom, but then also realizing, wow, this little duckling will follow, you know, just the first thing that feels like home, that feels safe to him. And, I guess in a way, um, metaphorically, the duck is looking for safety, belonging, protection, guidance, love, something bigger than itself to trust. And when the duckling hatches, it just imprints on the first moving being that it perceives. It isn't choosing who to follow, it's following what its nervous system believes will keep him alive. And there's no judgment that I look like a human. The duck doesn't know that I'm not a duck mom. I'm a human mom, or you know what I mean. But it was just the craziest realization that it almost translates to life. Like, I feel like us humans, we are born into this life, and nature isn't taught through stories. Nature is taught through direct experience. And so the duck doesn't have beliefs on whether it's worthy, or it doesn't compare itself, doesn't wonder if it's enough. It just simply follows the imprint that promises survival. And this is built in, this is generational. Like, every generation of animals just know this from the previous generations. Like, this is science. This has been proven in humans as well, that these things get imprinted, right? But for humans, everything is always evolving, changing. Like, we're imprinting new things each generation. And so for humans, it's interesting because when we're born, we also inherit these stories about who we are, stories about what love looks like, stories about what success looks like, about what God looks like, stories about what is right, stories about just stories. And as children, we don't question them because we can't. Like, we just receive what we're receiving as truth. And in a way, We're always searching for something outside of us. We're always following something outside of us that feels true, because whatever our nervous system learned when we were younger, that feels true. And sometimes we make the same bad decisions in life, right? Following the bad relationships, whatever it is, because that's what we learned. We didn't learn maybe proper love and care in our home and safety, and what safety looked for us could be chaos, complete chaos. And then we repeat that chaos in our lives over and over. And we inherit these stories. And the moment, I just felt like the moment that I didn't look outside of myself for something to make me feel safe, the moment that I created my own safety, not through things, literally creating that safety from within. No matter where I am in the world, I want to feel safe. I want to feel at home, no matter where I'm taken, because my safety can't be taken away. It's not dependent on a person, a title, a relationship, or even a belief. It's like it's something that I'm cultivating from within. And yeah, I've been going through some realizations, and I changed my story that I was playing a few years ago, and my life has changed immensely. And now I'm also questioning an identity that I've been carrying, wondering, what is it that I want to serve people with? Or what is it that I serve? What is it that I truly am doing being a yoga teacher? And I've discovered that that's holding space. I discovered that that is the essence of Kiga, which is my story, my lived experience through my entire life. And I've realized that what lights me up, what makes my heart just feel so good, is leading people through an experience, especially workshops and retreats and classes that can be built using all the tools that I know, but in my own way, in my own flow, you could say. So I've been kind of over teaching sculpt classes, like whatever, even as much as I love holding space in yin and teaching flows, I just, yeah, eureka moment. I realized that I love to hold space and see transformation in people. Have someone come up to me after class being like, wow, I've never experienced something like that before. Having curiosity arise because they've received a new perception, or just, yeah, these moments, these raw moments of what works for people, what doesn't, what makes one person feel comfortable while making another one feel uncomfortable, and why does the same tool make two different people feel completely different ways. And as I closer observed, what I'm doing really in all the ways that I host workshops and classes and retreats, there's like a particular formula that I'm basically using, because I feel the world does not need more yoga teachers. It's truly missing people who know how to hold themselves and in turn hold space for others, because it is impossible to hold space if we've never experienced how to do that for ourselves. And I realized that me coming out here, I knew I needed less stress around me. I knew I needed more time. I knew I needed to loosen up my grip of control and surrender more and continue to really just let life show me the way. And as I continued to ask the questions, the proper questions, the answers just seemed to show up. And this is something I feel we often forget, is that we must ask in order for this greater power to intervene. So, yeah, I don't know where this is going. I don't know how this is going to end up looking. All I know is what my intention and why is behind this method, movement, whatever Giga is growing into, are feelings of what has just lit me up. And I hope to just light others up with it. And I hope to guide others back home to themselves. Truly, I hope to bring safety, bring the conditions, create the condition for humans to be able to experience themselves. All right, everyone, I feel like I'm just going to go on a rant from here, so I'm going to pause. I'm going to pause, and I invite you to pause and take some breath, deep breaths, and take a moment to do something for you. Do something that you enjoy, that makes you feel so good. And let's lean into the things that nurture our body, soul, and mind in the best ways. So, from my heart to yours, peace and love. If you enjoyed this episode, please share the love and subscribe. Don't forget to come back for more.